Hey guys, how you doing? Austin Hilton here with a video around my favorite EV company, one of my favorite EV companies, NIO. In this video, I'm about talking about how I think this stock is going to go north of $60+ in the next 12 months, if not higher. There's a tremendous amount of speculation going on around this stock. As you guys may or may not know, if you're following NIO, there's been a lot of discussion around NIO and the Chinese EV companies and what's going on with the United States, saying they may delist them, just a bunch of stuff floating. And so, but the stock has started to turn back around because there seems to be sentiment kind of now going in the opposite direction. There seems to be now a lot of potential new funding from the United States government for the overall EV marketplace in general, which is kind of raising the EV space, buoyant and making it buoyant. It's hard to explain. Anyway, my brain's kind of fried, but it's been a long day. But the long and the short of it is that NIO has definitely rebounded a little bit, and I think it's going to continue to rebound. I've always been bullish on this stock. I own this stock, and I wanted to bring this video to you because there is some new information coming out. I'm going to give you 4 reasons that the stock is now starting to be kind of moving in the right direction, I believe, as well as why the stock can hit $60+ per share. As always, this video is for entertainment purposes only, and if you're getting value out of this video, please drop a like on it. That helps the video out, helps my channel out, helps me out. I'm here working for you every single day. My goal, real simple, is to bring you these videos and bring you new information and any and all information related to these stocks so that you know what is going on, to do a little bit of analysis and just kind of just clarify and maybe crystallize the opportunities around some of these stocks. That's my goal, is to help you make more money. That's really it. Okay, so with all that, let's get started. Let's go take a look at what is going on with NIO and look at why I think the stock's going to hit $60+ in the next 12 months. And I hope it does better than that, by the way. So here we go. So as you can see, NIO stopped trading today at 37.55. Oh, apologize, that's 3 months. 37.55, up 5.74% today, 2% overall. $2.04. Man, it's been a long day. Up 5.74%, up $2. There you go. My apologies. Okay, and after hours trading, it's even up a little bit more, so looking good. If you look at the 1-month chart for this, the 1-month chart for this particular stock looks almost like any of the other stocks that are really, frankly, even outside of the EV space. You got your rundown coming out here. This is the ending of the 3 to 4 week red blood cycle, the red days on the NASDAQ, bottoming at March 8th where we hit 35.21. You get your nice little rebound. You kind of bounce around a little bit. Like right here, rebounded up 30% in just 3 days, which I thought was a really nice rebound. And then you just kind of, you bounce here, kind of not really doing much. And then we've got our last couple of about 6-7+ days of just kind of NASDAQ being down and just kind of overall stuff going on, just not being a very, with a majority of red days and things like that, and the stock, dropping 17%. So again, I think we've kind of reached that 35.51. Look right here, 35.21, 35.51. This seems to be the support level for this stock. If you kind of look at, let's look. If you kind of take out the peaks, the bottom support level seems to be this $35 range, okay? And the NASDAQ has been running mostly in the red for the last, X amount of days, right? And so I think that this $35 range is the support level and is a buying potential, a buying opportunity, okay? So, I bought more, by the way. I bought more right in here. So I bought it as it was coming down. So I own the stock. I very clearly own this stock. I've stated that a couple times. I'm extremely bullish on this stock. Long term, I think it's going to do really well. Before we move off this chart, though, I want to show you something. Look at if we add Tesla to this chart. Look at almost exactly how these stocks follow each other, right? If we add XPeng, it's almost the exact same thing. Now, XPeng had a more dramatic uptick there, but look at the overall trend lines and look how they follow each other. They just follow each other to the T, okay? And so I've always thought that was again, extremely interesting, and shows that with any of these three, you really can't go wrong because they've all kind of followed each other and they all kind of doing what each other do. following the overall same exact trend lines. They've all started to bounce back up again right in here, just kind of moving back up. Okay, so that's my overall, again, not real in-depth technical analysis. You guys know me for watching my videos. I don't do real in-depth technical fundamental analysis videos. It's not my jam. It's not what I'm good. I can do them. I'm good at them, but there are people who do them better here on YouTube. My goal, though, is to bring you additional information and kind of help you, give you further insight around the overall stock. So let's look at what the analysts think the stock's going to be. $63 is what they're forecasting in approximately 12 months. This is March 2021, the end of it, going to March 2022. They're saying that it is a $63.64 stock, 69+% upside opportunity. I think the stock's going to do better than that. I think it's a $60 to $70 stock inside of 12 months. I know I opened my statement with $60, but I think it's a 60 to 70 in that general range. If we can get the NASDAQ, which it will, start to put together some green days for us. You can see that there's 10 analysts covering this, 7 buy, 3 hold. But overall, and there's even some people putting $81 plus on this. Before I made this video, I was looking around. There's people on YouTube saying that it's a $100+ stock. I don't know if I quite believe that, but I am extremely bullish on this, and I hope they're right. Okay, so I'm extremely bullish, but I'm also kind of conservative. I like to hedge my bets a little bit. So I think that this $60 number this is where the time I agree with the analyst, and I think that they're right on track with that. Okay, and so with that said, let's go look at my piece of information I want to share with you. So this is the 4 big reasons that NIO is rebounding, and the stock is surging amid a myriad. Say that really fast. Amid a myriad of positive catalysts. Okay, all right. So we all know that NIO, Xpeng, Lee. There's been a lot of media going on with these guys, where for there's talk about delisting them in the United States. They're going out and they're going to be doing dual listing in Hong Kong in the United States. All that stuff's been swirling, and there's been a lot of stuff going on. Oh, by the way, you've got the semiconductor shortage. Just a lot of stuff going on, right? And frankly, as a NIO stockholder, it's kind of sucked. Okay, it's kind of been like, oh man, it's just kind of getting, But ironically, in that it didn't really. If we turn off Xpeng, it didn't really move a tremendous amount. Again, I think the majority of this downward cycle here, from here to here, is really, frankly, the red days within the NASDAQ. I mean, yes, I know that it might have been a little bit because of the press coming out, but every other stock, I look at charts all day, guys. Every other stock I look at, almost any other sector, they all have this kind of downward cycle right here in this exact same time frame, right? And so, again, there's just been a lot of negative press related to the overall Chinese EV manufacturers and everything that's just been going on that I just mentioned. Okay, all right. So why is the stock rebounding overall? Why is it rebounded 5%, and why is it maybe continuing to move up this trend line, maybe going finally in the right direction? Okay, so again, you may not be aware of this, but NIO tweeted. So sometimes a tweet is all it takes. I thought that was a great line. Today, NIO tweeted it just completed its 2 millionth power swap. Okay, this was like, okay. Investors bullish on NIO have noted the company's battery as a service business model as a reason to own the stock. Again, one of the reasons I own this stock. I think this is an amazing service that they do. It allows them to sell their cars cheaper without the batteries. That's $10,000 cost savings. So they're cheaper than their competitors, and they get a monthly fee. The company, so the customer pays monthly fee. Subscription model, love subscription models. Okay, so the customer pays a monthly fee to lease the battery separately. Car buyers pay a lower sticker price up front. I mentioned that usually $10,000 lower is what it is. This has boosted sales and appears to be catching on. Okay, so they sell their cars cheaper. They sell more cars because their cars are cheaper. They also have this battery as a service subscription model. The company makes revenue off the subscription model. Cool. Okay, so NIO reported the 2 millionth power swap today appears to be higher than investors expected, and NIO stock is responding accordingly. Cool. Okay. So, number 2, the reason the stock is bouncing back up, the German deal bullish for NIO Stock. Yesterday, it was announced that NIO entered into a strategic partnership agreement with the Chinese arm of German retail behemoth Metro. The key being Chinese arm of German retail behemoth Metro. The Chinese government is always going to be helping their own companies, XPeng, NIO, Li. Seems to be NIO more than the others, by the way. Okay, because I did a video on NIO just a couple 4 or 5 plus days ago, where NIO they signed a deal, an infrastructure deal, to basically have more of these battery charging swap stations, right? Okay, so this deal provides a roadmap of how the company looks to develop battery swap and charging infrastructure in potentially Germany. This has spurred interest again in NIO stock and its EV peers, as infrastructure remains a pain point for many investors today. Yes, it does. Okay, number 3, bullish sentiment buoying all EV stocks. This is interesting. Listen to this. Oh, sorry about that. My apologies. So I'm going to read this almost verbatim because I want to get this right. A series of interesting tweets and social media speculation today surrounding the potential for massive EV spending in the United States has created broadly bullish sentiment once again for EV stocks today. One tweet in particular from Walter Bloomberg cites a $250 billion U.S. investment number by auto manufacturers. These tweets, combined with recent speculation that President Joe Biden could announce further investments in electrification, have propelled bullish sentiment forward today for EV stocks. There you go. Okay, so we've got potentially, we knew that when the Biden administration took over we knew that they were very bullish on EV, on EV market in general. So it looks like there's maybe potentially speculation about them coming out with, federally backed scenarios looking for further investments in electrifications. And then number 4, I kind of thought this one was fun. Retail investors appear to be taking this bullish sentiment and running with it today. There's a movement underway, quote unquote, with some Redditors believing a $120 price target for NIO stock is achievable by the end of this year. That's quite a jump from the company's current share price of less than $40. Again, we know it's around 30, whatever it was, 38. However, given what we've seen with the other meme stocks as of late, if NIO can catch fire, all bets are off as to how high the stock could be. I don't really believe that NIO is a meme stock. I don't like that particular little word there. But the long and the short of it is that the Reddit forums, Wall Street Bets, we know that they have the power to move markets. They have the power to move stocks, all that kind of stuff. So it would seem that maybe they're looking at this a little bit. Whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing, it could be part of the reason that the stock is starting to move. So as always, a few final thoughts before we wrap up. So again, I'm bullish on this stock. I think this is a $60+ stock inside of 12 months. I own this stock. I'm very seriously adding more to my portfolio and just going to kind of ride the storm. Also, though, I would remind you that it would seem that we have kind of established our resistance level, and it really is kind of where we're at right now. The stock has done well in the latest 3, 4, 7+ business days, trading days, when the NASDAQ has just been hard to watch, the overall market. And I think we know we're going to have some green days ahead of us. I think the stock will benefit from that. Obviously, I believe that this stock is a $60+ stock inside of 12 months. I hope those Reddit folks are right, and it's going to go to 120. As a stockholder, I love that. A little bit more conservative, so I'm going to say 60 to 70. That's in line with what the analysts think. In this particular case, I actually agree with the analysts, and I think that that's kind of what it looks like. If you look at NIO, and I want you to hear me when I say this, if you look at NIO as related to their competitors XPeng and Li, and I'm a fan of those two as well, but it's NIO that seems to be getting more of the deals of the help from the Chinese government. Okay, so that just seems to be happening. So it's NIO that seems to have the inside track, and that's very interesting to me. I'll let you read into that as you want, but it's just a fact of life that I think that this stock is going to continue to rebound and continue to go up. And by the way, the stock's going to move up, the stock's going to move down. It's one of those stocks that is going to have a lot of press around it. It's going to have a lot of people talking about it. It's going to have a lot of money flow in and money flow out. But if you look at it long term, which is how I look at it, I think it's fundamentally a great stock to be in, and it's a good stock long term, 12 plus months, and that's how I'm looking at it. So there you go. That's my 2 cents on this. I hope you've enjoyed this video. As always, drop a like on the video if you got value out of it. I hope you did. That was my objective, is to just bring you some information that maybe you didn't quite have, or maybe a little bit different slant, or maybe you got 1 or 2 little golden nuggets out of this, which is my objective. I've done my job because I want to help you make more money tomorrow and down the road in stocks, and whatever stocks you choose to get into. And so that's it. That's what I want to do for you. So with all that said, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.